Hello, 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 hello. Welcome in, you beautiful people that we call chatterboxes. Hello, come on in the room. We are going to be chit chatting about a bunch of things on today. We have a lot to say, a lot to cover. Okay, so in the words of Missy Elliott, run for cover, motherfuckers. I want to take a minute to shout out the chit chatter who found themselves plugging me in Miss Candace's Twitter section. Okay, grow. Because don't act like you don't know me from Eagles Landing. I've been sent the email. Get on over to the classroom, grow. What are you waiting for? You're not even on Potomac anymore, which means we could chit chat about it. Oh, we can bump our gums about everything. Everything. Y'all, we have got a crazy lineup today. We got to talk about that lady, Angela Moore, who done pretended to be a Delta, swindled her way into being a representative, baby, District 91 in Georgia. That is over there with them Cherokee County people. So I just want to say it's it's not Atlanta. We do not know them. Okay. So we got to chit chat about her. Uh Peter. This is how annoying this man is. What is his name? Simon Gobadia Delvey, okay, is getting on my last nerve. He is getting ready to totally ruin the season. We have heard from Miss Kelly Rowland, so we have to chit chat about that. Child, Louisville Metro Police Department, they done stepped in it again. And then the moment that you guys are all waiting for, R&B singer Danny Boy says that when he was 15 to Mary J. Blige's 24, he was dipping it and doing it with the one and only Mary J. Blige, baby. I have got the audio for you. We are going to chit chat about it all. Amen. Amen. Starting here, I don't really know if y'all are up to date on Miss Angela Moore, who ran against Miss D over in District 91 over there in good old Georgia. Now, this is a story that only them Georgia people could figure out, okay? So you will see Lady in Blue, Miss Angela, she is who is pretending to be a Delta, okay? And Miss D over here in the red, she is actually a Delta. So Angela gets her sorority sisters to rally behind her. Now, this is where it gets embarrassing, in my opinion. Okay. Miss D in the red is actually a Delta, but when I tell you she got mollywopped, them Delta Sigma Theta said we is throwing our weight behind Angela, okay? And then had to turn around and issue a statement to denounce the lady. Talking about something we can't hold records. None. Look at my hands. None that support Miss Angela ever being associated with Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Now, if you're watching this video and you find yourself a member of Delta Sigma Theta, too bad, so sad for you, because it has been a month for them. We got the people denouncing Delta Sigma Theta in the name of Jesus, okay? And then we got this. Now, I want to say, I don't know what Lord you believe in, but I have never seen none of them, AKA women, none of them Delta women, none of them Zeta women, none of them do nothing that gives cult, that gives replace me with your God, with your religion. So if you have put this sorority, your chapter, your line sisters in a position of reverence and godliness in your life, that is a you thing. You don't necessarily need to denounce the chapter. You need to figure out why you have idolized the sorority that you're a part of. Okay. But nevertheless, them Delta women then threw their weight behind Miss Angela, only to have to come out and basically denounce her. We don't know her. We can't find any papers to support it. Now, let me tell you something. If I was them people over at Delta, y'all would have never known. Y'all would have never known. I'm telling you, I might have even went as far as to create paperwork to support her lie. We have got to get to lying for you. We have got to rally together, because it wouldn't be a day in higgity hell that I let them people know that we got swindled like that. Hi, Miss Greta. Welcome to the classroom. I hope you got your notes out, baby. I hope you got your pencils ready, because the tea is going to be spilled, baby. Please Please, please, please take notes. We're only going to see the chalkboard once. Once the lesson has been given, it'll be gay. So anyway, back to your girl, the Georgia State representative. So them people came out and said, yeah, we don't know her. But now the deed has been done. Our girl over at Nosy Bystanders did a video, and in the video, she was calling them Delta Sig. And the people in the comments was like, you need to say Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. No, you need to say that. You paid for that. The nerve of you to tell me what to call your chapter when your chapter can't even figure out who to support and whether or not the people they supporting is actually members of your sorority. Some of y'all got to find you some common sense and use it real quick. Put it to work. What do you mean? The nerve. Y'all didn't do y'all due diligence. Y'all went out there and voted. I'm gonna vote for my sister. I'm gonna vote for my sister. And that girl ain't even your sister. What? Yeah, okay. Like I said on Instagram, and some of y'all tried to pop up your chest, take a deep breath, and it's not gonna be okay. You feel me? Don't come for me unless I send for you. And I didn't send for you. Noting that your founding members, them women who decided that they wanted to leave AKA and start a new chapter because they wanted to change the letters and change the names, them women got to be rolling over in their grave. Because what? We don't have background checks, or are y'all working with shed casting, the same people who cast over there for the Real Housewives? And that's the same people that keep casting them criminals. Hi, Jen. How's your husband doing with the booking? Stealing the money? Still taking bets on the sports? Yeah. Why don't you know who you're voting for? And this is why, honestly, this is why I feel like younger voters don't believe in the power of voting. Y'all are throwing y'all support behind anybody at this point, and you can't prove to me that you're not doing just that, because why did you not know that this lady was not a member of your sorority before you ensured that she quit on Miss D's arse? Again, keep in mind this lady right here in the red, lady in red, her, an actual Delta. Her, not an actual Delta, but she is the actual winner of District 91 over there in Georgia. So this, ladies and gentlemen of Georgia, is your local representative. While we're in Georgia, we got to talk about the man who is ruining the season. Okay, this, and I left this timestamp up on purpose for y'all. 5:20 p.m. on today. Where's my finger? On today. Okay, this man, would you rather cry homeless in a Rolls Royce or in a Honda Civic? Now, let me tell you something. When we say get Andy in the camera stat, it's because we want you to record it. All preseason leaking and chit chatterization on the internet whilst during filming. We're not in off season. Y'all are filming. Get off the phone and get in the field. Go film something. Now, the back and forth that Simon and Portia keep having is that Portia has won usership, if you will, of the mansion that her and Simon were living in together. That means the court ordered that, hey, she can live here, she can stay here, she could do what she needs to do here. But Simon turned around and said, oh, okay, she could sleep here, she could eat her little groceries here, she could do what she needs to do, but she won't film inside of this house. She won't make no money inside of this house. So he is not allowing, or he's standing in the way of Portia filming inside of the house that they were both living in at one point, inside of what was their marital home. Amen. Okay. So in addition to that, you guys saw when Shamia got her Rolls Royce for her birthday. Again, another moment that should have been kept quiet until we saw it on the show. But no, we can't help but to stay on social media. We had to go ahead and let everybody know. Simon jumps in the comments like, oh, congratulations on being the only person on the cast with the Rolls Royce. To which Kenya jumps in and was like, I've been had a Rolls Royce that I paid for myself. No husband. Then Portia gets on the internet and she is giving rich bitch. It's giving rich bitch, all in her Rolls Royce whilst driving down Highway 85. I don't know if she was on Highway 85, but Georgia girl. Who cares? That's what I want to say. I don't care if Portia drove a tree. She could drive the car from the Flintstones. She could get in her Rolls Royce, put her 2 feet on the bottom of the ground, and go bing, 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 all the way to wherever she was meeting Kenya to take them pictures. And I personally wouldn't give a hot damn. The issue that I'm finding is, oh yeah, listen, we're not bragging. We're not bragging. Y'all got Rolls Royces. What's the car note? Okay. Okay. Back in the day, remember when the rappers, when they used to be rapping and stuff, they used to be rapping about having pink slips. You ain't got your pink slip, meaning that they owned it. We on the internet fussing and fighting about Rolls Royces that somebody could come pick up if you would miss 60 days of a payment. Where's the money? Would you rather cry homeless? Sir, you don't have your citizenship. So what was it? Like, y'all know what we be saying to the people: get real or get lost. If you are not going to be a serious individual, just while we're on the subject of not serious individuals, I want to take a minute to chit chat about Teresa and Melissa. Okay. And I want to chit chat about them two together because them two is the reason that Jersey is in the shitter where it is. The ratings just came out. I don't even think they hit 800,000. Okay. We barely knocking on 700,000 for ratings of Real Housewives of New Jersey. And let me tell you why I think this is. Melissa, I know you follow me. Teresa, you was always more of a fan of that other co-host of mine. So I don't know if you follow me, girl, but you and Melissa was the issue. Y'all was supposed to like each other just enough to get to the bag. You and Melissa, you Teresa and you Melissa, y'all was supposed to give us Heather Dubrow and Shannon Bedore. That's what y'all was supposed to give us. Y'all was supposed to give us one season of being sister-in-laws. We're working it out. We're figuring it out. Another season of fighting. No, working it out. Oh, we're fighting. No, we're working it out. Oh, we're fighting. Y'all was supposed to like each other, tolerate each other just enough to get to the bag. Instead, what y'all did was turn it into a competition. Which one of us is the best house? Y'all was supposed to be a duo. You don't see Heather and Shannon fighting over who's more popular. You see them fighting over other stupid bullshit. And that's what y'all was supposed to do. This, I'm not filming with her. I'm not talking to her. The cast divided. Now we want everybody to go home. Pack it up. You, Teresa, you, Melissa, you, Marge, you, Jen, pack it up. Dolores, I love you, but I don't see a world in where you fit in with the new cast. Maybe you could be like mother to the group, introduce the girls. I don't know. But now it's giving everybody needs to go home. Now it's giving give them the Roni treatment. And y'all did that. You, Melissa Gorga, you, Teresa Judice, y'all did that. Y'all ruined it by not being able to like each other just enough to secure the bag. To secure the bag. Instead, we get this where y'all have hated each other so much that now we hate to see y'all hating each other. We don't even want to watch. We don't even want to watch y'all's hate. God dog it, Bobby to hell. Way to ruin it. Oh my goodness. Y'all know that they let that man Suge Knight have his podcast in prison. And this is how you know the world is not a real place. It is not a real place. That man is incarcerated. Ain't he locked down for vehicular homicide? This is when I need Norm. P. Canteen, where you at, girl? I do believe that Suge Knight is incarcerated for vehicular Homicide, okay? And yet and still, this man has a podcast. While discussing his relationship with Diddy's baby mother, Misa Hilton, on his podcast, Collect Calls with Suge Knight leaks a photo of himself playing with Diddy's son, Justin Combs, as a baby. This photo was taken during the height of the East versus West Coast beef. This was taken during the height of Hit 'em Up. Fuck Bad Boy. My 4-4, make sure all your kids don't grow. You know what I'm saying? As a group and as a label. Fuck them. Well, now we all know that Misa was very young messing with Diddy. I don't want to bore you with the math, but they were young, okay? After Misa got done with Mr. Sean Puffy, P. Diddy, Brother Love Combs, she started messing with Suge Knight. Now, at the time she was messing with Suge Knight, allegedly, Mary J. Blige was messing with the R&B singer Danny Boy. Let me give you the clip right.
After I left for a little while, we was talking. I think I left out, and Suge called me back up to the room. He said, come back upstairs, man. Old girl want to see you. The fuck is old girl? I think I'm one of the other girls that was at the table. And I get up there to the room. Suge's in his room, and Misa's sitting on the bed with a sheet wrapped around her. You know, you can kind of see like her nice body, and she got this sheet wrapped around her. And Mary's sitting on the couch. So I know the girl that he in the bed with don't want me. So I went in, he closed the door and shit, and I sit down and I start talking to Mary. In the inside, I'm about to lose it. And in here talking to Mary, she's sitting on the couch and shit, and we ordered some food and some more drinks. And somebody knocked on the door. She ran and kind of damn near jumped behind the couch hiding. I'm looking like, what your problem is? And she make sure that's not Kay. Kay. You know, and I'm like, oh, man, I don't care. You know, I'm talking to him. I don't care who he is. You ain't got to be running and jumping and did it. But she was actually talking about KC. She was thinking that KC, she had like this postpartum type, you know, the shit that people in the army probably go through when they hear bangs. Like when it came to KC at that time. Right. You know, and she's sitting on the couch and shit. I'm like, you know, you ain't got to worry about him. You know, you straight. I'm 15, 16 years old. And she laying on the couch. And I'm sitting on the other end, and she laid down on the couch and put her head in my lap. I'm like, damn. He can't be talking about Mary. He was talking about she wanted me to come back up here, and now she on my lap. And I'm sitting there and I'm wondering, I'm like, okay, what is this gonna end up to? And she stayed a couple more hours. And we decided to go in the other room because it was a suite. We went in another room and lay down. And she laid down with me, and she kind of like backed up against me, and every time she backed up against me, I would move away and shit, you know? And from that time, I had an opportunity to go out to New York and visit her a couple more times. Well, you know, that's why I was kind of confused when I heard Kurt saying that Mary was pot girl. Because at that time, she was my girl. At that time, I'm 15, 16 years old, and she flying me in to see her. And you know what it is when a girl back up on you, you young and shit, and I'm trying to show her that she ain't phasing me. I'm hard as goddamn. She's backing up against me. This Mary J. Blige. And quite naturally, I mean, you know, I don't even know if you're supposed to say you had sex with people on camera. Anyway, whatever. I'm not quite sure, but
relations.
Yeah, we had relations. That's a good way. That's a good way to put it out. And I said it in the book, and I was, you know, I was saying it because it was my Instagram moment. I should say before Instagram came out.
That was Danny Boy. You know, he was down with Death Row and all of them. He sung on Tupac's "I Ain't Mad at Ya." He is the R&B singer on there. You heard in this video where he recounts a story that he told in his book. So it's been out there for a minute, child. They be saying you want to hide something, baby, put it in a book. And that is so sad. So this gentleman is telling the story that when he was 15 to Mary J. Blige is 24 years old, he started messing with Mary. Well, Mary J. Blige started messing with him, and he okayed it. But at 15, boy or girl, he can't give consent. So he was a child. I think the saddest part about the story, while I do believe that if Mary J. Blige did this and was flying him out and all of that, whoa. But for Suge to call this gentleman to the room to say, hey, this grown woman wants to mess with you is weird. Misa, who was a mother at that time to not just a kid, but also a little boy, to sit there and allow it. You sitting there with a sheet around your shoulders while this grown woman mess with this little grab. Norm is in the building. Hi, Norm. I was looking for you earlier. Could you tell me just exactly what Suge Knight is in the penitentiary for? What we know that he could have went down for a lot of things. What did he go down for? Now, I do want to say that my first thought is giving a little clout chasing. Okay. Especially in a world where, while we've been on this live, it's been announced that Diddy was hit with yet another SA case. This woman claims that not only did Mr. Diddy assault her, he also forced her to have relations with the late great Kim Porter and pleasured himself while watching. You can put that together. Everybody's grown. However, like I said, this story that he is telling, he has been telling, and it's been in a book, and he's never been sued for libel or slander, which to me says they can't stop you because you're telling the truth. Yeah, so I did say vehicular homicide earlier. I just wanted to make sure that I was correct. It's giving they can't stop you because you're not lying. It's giving very much Phaedra in the book. A lot of people claim that that lady who wrote the book about Phaedra, saying that she was part of Phaedra's operation back in the day. Her and Apollo used to help. Everybody said clout chasing, clout chasing, clout chasing. Phaedra sued her and lost. It's giving Mary might have done it. It's giving maybe y'all need to buy her Giuseppe Stepper boots because she gonna need it for legal money. Speaking of things that make you scream, are y'all caught up on the Scotty Scheffler story? Now, Mr. Scott Alexander, he is currently the #1 golfer in the world. Now, y'all stick with me. I know that this is a pop culture page. We don't normally get into the sports, specifically the golf of it all, but I promise you, I might tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie. It's a good story. Okay. So on May 17th, Scott, because again, #1 golfer in the world, they're in the middle of championships. This is the second round. This man is defending his title. Okay. Unfortunately, where they were having the golf tournament, a security guard was struck by a shuttle bus and unfortunately lost his life. Our condolences to that family. May he rest in peace. Hopefully, all of your legal paperwork was in order. Burying somebody is hard, even harder when you don't have life insurance. So his untimely death caused traffic backup. It's blocked in both directions, right in front of the gate of the country club where the golfers need to be. Okay. Of course, alerts have went out. They have been told, yes, you can get on the court, follow the rules, be courteous, do all of the things. The officer who ended up arresting Scott, stick with me. I know you don't know that he's arrested yet. I'm going to tell you, did not turn on his body cam footage. So the footage that we get to see comes from security cam pole footage, right? So Scott takes his car, takes it around. He's going to enter. The story he told was, I was confused. I thought they told me I could go. The second they said stop, I stopped. They arrested me. It was confusing. The story that the Louisville Metro Police Department told is that Scotty was not listening to them. Hit an officer, drug that officer 10 to 15 yards. The officer had to be taken to the hospital, and the officer ripped his $80 pants. They arrested that man, charged him with felonies for not listening to the cops, reckless driving, endangerment, all of these things, okay? Mind you, no security cam footage, right? A scandal. So now we got this security pole footage from right across where everything was happening. And well, what do you know? That security cam footage does not match the story that was put in the police report. So now we're not talking he said, she said. We're saying that you used your power as a police officer, arrested this man, and wrote up something false in your police report. Honestly, this is the same police department that unalived Breonna Taylor. Am I surprised? No. So I'm going to, and I know y'all hate this word, but when people talk about defunding the police, these are the type of police departments, these are the type of police officers that they are talking about defunding. Now, me, I say clean house, fire them all. Fire them all. The fish rot from the head down. Go in there, get the commissioner, get the chief, get the lieutenant, get everybody and start over. We don't operate like this. We are supposed to serve and protect. I would love to tell you that's what happened, but no, that's not what happened. The police officer said, we're not going to be charging that officer. I know he lied on them reports, but we've done our investigation, and we're just not going to, we're not going to do anything. They just be lying. That's what they do. They be lying. You ain't never laid. We still chit chatting, ain't you? Okay. Right. Ain't no detentions given out today. Next time, though, be ye on time for the classroom. Classes start on time. Amen. Point guards lead from the front, not the back. Child, the police just be lying. I genuinely, truly, and honestly am just confused. I'm truly just confused. Things that are also confusing to me is why y'all don't get the Kelly Rowland of it all. I just don't understand it. I have seen a bunch of stuff on the internet as it pertains to the uptick in racial treatment towards Black women in France. I've seen in conversations about Black women's feelings are justified. Stop just saying that they're angry. And all of those things are true. All of those things are absolutely valid. But at what point do y'all stop pretending to know people in these parasocial relationships? We have known Calendria since Kelly, Latavia, Tamar, and Beyonce since girls' time. We know Kelly since Wide Open, the audition for Columbia. We've known Kelly since Men in Black soundtrack, Killing Time. No. That was 1997. This woman is 43 years old. We have known Kelly through all sorts of hairs, braces, all of this, right? Never, not once have we seen Calendria act like this. And none of y'all on the internet say, wait a minute now, we've been knowing of this lady. This lady has let us into her life to a certain extent for this long, and we've never seen her act like this. Could there have been something? No. Instead, y'all say, oh, well, then she stormed out the dressing room and then she did this. It's giving diva. First of all, If they treating Kelly like this, do you think they treat Beyonce any better? Some of y'all don't like when Beyonce teach y'all in the music. This is why. This is why. I don't have the picture, but y'all saw the picture. Kelly's red carpet turned around, security guards all in front of her. Other white lady on the steps, no security guards in sight. Someone said in my comments on Instagram, oh, well, the security guard didn't know who Kelly was, but yet knew enough that Kelly was not in the wrong to be on that carpet. And that's the problem. She couldn't even respect that black. She didn't, let's say she didn't know who Kelly was. She Beyonce. Let's say she don't know Kelly. You knew that you was at Cannes Film Festival. I was gonna say music festival, film festival. You knew what these people was here to do. And show me the footage. Show me where Kelly looked like she was getting ready to run into an area that was closed off. Tell me where she looked like she was getting ready to be disruptive. Never saw that. We saw the lady so my mom used to say when we were younger, you stand so close to me that if I fart, you could catch it. So close to that lady that you stepping all on her train. And then when she says, hey, you stepped on me, back up, we instantly minimalize or discredit her truth. No, I didn't. So now I'm crazy. Now I would say, hey, you riding my tail a little too close, you stepping on my train, when those things didn't happen. Even down to Kelly leaving the Hoda and Jenna and Hoda interview. And the story that was spun to us was, oh, what was her dressing room? No. Kelly came to that show to promote Mea Culpa, the movie, the Tyler Perry movie on Netflix. You know what they wanted to talk to Kelly about? Beyonce. That's my sister. I love her down. I'm so happy for Cowboy Carter and everything that she got going on. But this is not what this interview was about. And so instead of getting on that screen and acting like Cameron, she did what Cameron should have done and said, nope, I'm not doing it. There's a right way and a wrong way to do things. And I just feel like in a space where we have seen this woman exude so much grace and move so gracefully through this industry, y'all got to know, why can't we just, when it comes to women and specifically Black women, why can't we just err on the side of, I don't believe her until we get some other proof? Let's start doing that. Let's start jumping out on the limb and saying, oh, I'm a side with the Black woman. And then if I'm wrong, I'll just ask for forgiveness. Because God damn it, Bobby, to hell. Like, Celine Dion is back. In the words of her team, she's ready. Okay. We've got a new documentary coming out. I Am Celine Dion. It is going to air June 25th on Prime TV. At this point, Celine Dion and her team need to be paying me for branding. Let me go ahead and give you guys the sneak peek that we got on her social medias today.
Is the sound man okay? My voice is the conductor of my life. When your voice brings you joy. I can't wait to fly. Ça va les garçons? Je t'aime. You're the best of yourself. I need my instrument. I'm
alive. Celine.
911, what's your emergency?
I've been diagnosed with a very rare neurological disorder, and I wasn't ready to say anything before. But I'm ready now.
There were nights when the wind was so cold.
I see my life, and I love every piece of it. When a girl loves her shoes, she always make them fit. From 6 to 10, give it to me. I love them. Here we go.
I finished crying in the
and you record, it sounds great. But when you go on stage, it will be greater. I think we did create our own magic.
There were days when the sun was so.
It's not hard to do a show, you know. It's hard to cancel a show. I'm working hard every day. But I have to admit, it's been a struggle. I miss it so much. The people. I miss them. If I can't run, I'll walk. If I can't walk, I'll crawl. I won't stop. I won't stop.
It's all coming back to me.
That is the official trailer for Miss Celine Dion, baby. My heart will go on. And one thing about it, in the words of DK, baby, I will be seated. Do you hear me? Perched, if you will. Ready. Tell me all about it, girl. Like Celine. Okay. Well, whatever you need to say. Do you need to say it in English? Do you need to say it in French? You tell me how you need to deliver the message, and I'm going to be listening to it. I will indeed be seated, baby. I don't know, child. I am good and ready. Now, I do want to go ahead and get into Haley Mack is in the building. We have got the real chit chatters in here. The chatterbox is there in the building, and we love to see it. I do want to go ahead and read you this Diddy story, child, because my God, on today there is another young lady who came out. I don't know how this man, Papa Diddy Pop, is making it through from day to day. And I'm not here to say that I really care. I'm just saying, when every single one of your skeletons falls out the closet at the same time, good Lord. Another woman is accusing Diddy of grape. According to TMZ, the woman who claims the assault started in the 1990s, April Lampros, says that she was a student in the Fashion Institute of Technology, FIT, and Diddy offered to mentor her in the fashion industry. Now, I do want to say, quite like Mr. Harvey Weinstein, we are at the commonality across every single story from Cassie on down is the same. I'm promising you, I'm a star maker. I'm going to make you a star. The young lady, Crystal McKinney, the one who saved her clothes from Diddy, said that Diddy the same thing. You're gonna model. You're gonna be everywhere. You're gonna do the things. Same thing with Cassie. Cassie was supposed to be working. He was supposed to be making her a star. That's why part of the reason why she was there. I don't know if there was ever any love for Diddy or if she saw it as a business arrangement. But again, the commonality is that he is using his star power, which is why I say this goes so deep. Because if Diddy is bringing all of these people, I'm going to take you over here, I'm going to make you a star. And all of these people know what's going on. They're not stupid. They're not. She claims that Diddy showered her with gifts before graping her. She says she felt like the walls were closing in on her the next morning when she woke up nude, sore, and confused. She says Diddy took advantage of her desire for success as a college student. She claims that months later, he lured her in with music events, and once they were together, he again forced her to give him oral. Miss April says that she began to ignore his calls and advances, which made Diddy angry. She says that he even threatened to blackball her in the industry if she continued to ignore him. April says that he ordered her to his apartment one time where she was allegedly forced to have intercourse with Kim Porter while Diddy watched and pleasured himself before the grapings allegedly began again. She says she broke things off with Diddy in 1998. However, she says Kim ran into her while she was working at a dinner and made the owner fire her or be forced to have Diddy shut down the restaurant. It always walks a fine line of Munchausen, don't it? During her last run in with Diddy, she claims he tried to assault her again, but she fought him off. April alleges that the assault video of her and Diddy had been shown to her boyfriends in an attempt to embarrass her. She is suing Diddy for SA, battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Every time I hear a Diddy story, I say, oh, it can't get no deeper. It can't get no darker. And then another story comes out. I do want to take this time to say if you or you know somebody who is triggered by all of these Diddy stories, please seek the hotline. I should have had it up. Next time I talk about Diddy, I will have it up so that you guys can have it on the screen. But if you just Google DV hotline, you can find all of the information there. You can call, you can utilize their resources on the website. I personally have never been through anything close to what we saw on that CNN video, to what we hear in all of these stories. And I'm triggered. So I can only imagine that the people who unfortunately have these truths in their back pocket as well, I can't imagine how you may be triggered by that. And I do want to just take the time to say, I'm sorry. I am sorry that somebody violated you in your space and put you in that position. I am sorry that we have to watch Cassie's trauma play out over and over and over again. I felt this way when Takeoff was unalived. Certain things just should not be on the internet, and I get it. I get why we needed to see somebody who was held in such a high regard in our community, such as Diddy, on that camera. I understand that, right? But we've got to figure out a way to get like a 24-hour law or something. We should not be able to share these screenshots of him kicking her and punching her and just it truly makes me sick. And all that I can think about is Janice Combs. You were at fault too. And I'm not gonna hold you, Janice. The streets be talking in my DMs. Okay. The streets say you is just as big and bad and raw of a monster as your son. Now, that's alleged. I don't know. But I'm just saying it's weird. I do also want to say for all the people who were like, Diddy never apologized to Cassie. Diddy never said Cassie's name. As per their settlement, the settlement that Diddy made in like 2.5 seconds after the lawsuit came out, as per that agreement, Diddy cannot say Cassie's name. He can't. So legally, he was not allowed to look into the camera and say, Cassandra, I'm sorry. Which is why, possibly, maybe, allegedly, he did not say that. It's too much. It really is too much. If you guys are following me over on Instagram, my subscriptions there are now open. You will begin to get some exclusive chit chats, a little bit of behind the scenes coming up, though. Let me tell you who we got in touch with, because I know y'all saw Kel Mitchell on Club Shay Shay. We got in touch with that ex-wife. Taisha will be stepping into the chat room and she will be telling her version of events and stories. And she says, Kev not telling the truth. Kev not keeping it real with you. Kev got up there on Club Shay Shay and lied. And so she is going to come step in and give us the truth. Norm said Miss Janice and Mama D are one and the same. And she deserves to be put in solitary confinement right next to her son. Lock him up. Lock him up. Until tomorrow, guys. If you were not following me on Instagram, go ahead and get over there. You want to do me a big favor? You can tag Kima in my last video. That's right, Kima from the singing group Total liked one of my videos. I also reached out to her because we're trying to get the grad to come chit chat on the Ode to Girl group segment. So go check it out. Tag it, do the things, you know what I'm saying? You got to help me help us bring the chit chats. Also on Tuesday at 8 p.m., we will be here kicking off our Ode to Girl group segment with the singing group Black. Shamari DeVoe and Brandy Williams of Black will be here, and we will be chit chatting about all things. Boom, like an 808. I want to listen. We gonna take it. What was it like in the studio? How long did it take you to record it, start to finish? How long did it take you to put the album out? Did you film it and you was on tour? We gonna get into all of their music business. Okay. So if you want to see that, we will see you on Tuesday for a strip. Miss Haley Mack, I love you too. To the chatterboxes here in the building. Yes, it's finally happening. It is beginning. So all of the chatterboxes who are not new here, I love y'all real bad. To the new ones, to the ones who just found me from Brooke Ashley, to the ones who just found me because of Instagram, our little community is growing. We just did 100 new chatterboxes in the last like 24 hours. Hello, I see you. I appreciate you. I like you real bad, and I would like you to keep coming back. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and if you enjoyed it, send it to one other person who you think would like it. That's all I'm asking you to do. If you went to the subscribing thing, you can come on over to the Instagram and subscribe to my channel over there. Until then, thanks for chit-chatting.